fun. I've invited Chapo Trap House. They're gonna stop by.
Oh, finally.
They're gonna raid it.
Gonna get raided by the Black Wolves and the Gray Wolves.
It just reminds me. It's funny because like I listen to. You might like this podcast, Seth. It's called Just King Things, and like
Yes.
I've never heard of that.
It's
Stavros.
What's that?
Who is that? Is that Stavros? Who is that?
No, it's these two guys who kind of have like their own like little like podcast network kind of thing. They do various different shows. I don't remember their names off the top of my head, but it's called Just King Things, and they're both these guys they're stupid smart because they're actually both like they both have like doctorates in like literature, like PhDs in literature and stuff, and they're using their like crazy brain power to read through all the works of Stephen King in publication order. Wow. So like every episode is about a book, and they do like an episode. They only do like one episode a month because like how could you can't do it any faster than that, right? It's funny because like there's this guy Mick Garris who has directed like tons of Stephen King adaptations. Like pretty much every episode they're like, Mick Garris, come on our show. Everybody tweet Mick Garris. Mick Garris, please come on our podcast. And it's like this, and it's this running gag. And they said like it feels like this like cruel thing because like they've tweeted at him on Twitter and like, hey, Mick Garris, you should come on our podcast. And he's like liked their tweets but like never responded. It's like, God, what a troll move. It's like it's probably he might even just have like some publicity person or whatever who's like running his Twitter account.
That's probably some teenager or his kid or something.
It's very funny. It's a cool podcast though because it's like they're fun and goofy guys, but like they're very very smart, so they can actually like speak intelligently about. And like it's really funny too because they always do a thing on there too called Uncle Stevie's mixtape at the end where they keep track of all the different songs that he mentions in the book. And then they listen to all the songs, and they give like their quick like 1 to 5 star review. And one of the guys is always like, "This was a Bob Dylan song, 1 star," and like regardless of what it is.
Wow.
They're gonna have a lot of fun when they hit the mid-90s Stephen King.
They're in like the full like cocaine era right now. So like they just got through it.
Good.
Yeah. They just got they're working like the mid-late 80s now. And they're doing the Bachman books too, which of course are super fun. It's a cool show. I've enjoyed it. Like I haven't read all of the Stephen King stuff, but I've read enough that
check it out. I recently caught up on some of my main podcasts. So.
Yeah, they're fun guys.
Are we playing, or is everyone else frozen on the shredder thing?
We're chilling. In the lobby. But you're at the entrance to Channel 6.
Yeah, that's right.
Leonardo's just kind of in his idle animation here.
Oh, I don't know why my internet not working. What the hell? It's wired. Cool. Now I'm going back to now we're back on the map, right?
This map gives me PTSD of the original NES Turtles game.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck that underwater level.
Okay, let me try loading up the level again.
Breaking news.
That stupid timed the dam or whatever. We have to get the bombs in the underwater level. No.
PTSD. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Everyone's alive now. How much did everyone play this already?
Oh, I've already played through it once. That's how you unlock Casey.
I played it for like 5 minutes just to make sure like everything was updated and working before we logged on.
Yeah, I got through like level 5 last night. I only played for like an hour maybe.
Yeah, it takes about 2 hours to get through the whole campaign if you're going by yourself.
Yeah, okay. How many levels are there?
16, I believe.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah, most of them take on average, I want to say 4 to 5 minutes to get through, depending on difficulty. We are playing on the easiest difficulty. If you guys want to continue doing that, that's fine. Otherwise, I can crank it up a bit.
Nah, I'm just here to hang out.
I can tell.
Okay.
This is fun.
All right.
I'm old, man.
Hey,
I've been spending
I
lots
got
of years
no-
just playing
no
BioWare
objections.
games and
Hey, no objections,
What-
no
what-
problem.
Hard mode.
It's all good.
I'm 40 now, man. I just play point and click adventures and visual novels and shit.
No,
Like
the-
I'll hurt me, daddy, hard mode or something. Like, dude.
Just one hit and you're dead.
Oh,
Oh god,
The only,
that
the,
was
only-
never.
It's like
the only thing that I don't like about Casey Jones in this game is that the voice that they picked for him is nothing like his 1987 voice, because he's supposed to be a parody of like the Frank Miller grimdark vigilante heroes of the 80s. He's like, so he just like, he's an enemy of the Turtles, and he's always calling them lawbreakers, and he kind of talks like Dirty Harry.
He's like funny, but inspired. Oh, when he takes his mask off, very rarely.
Yeah,
Other than
never
that, they got
actually-
all the other voices back. I think.
They
That's
did.
cool.
Yes, the original cast is here for
Cam Clark, Rob Paulson.
Townsend Coleman and Barry. What's his last name?
White.
Barry.
Is that back?
Hi,
Is that Shredder?
I'm Barry White. I play Donatello.
Well, of course they couldn't get the Shredder voice actor because
Yeah. However, in a few episodes of the TMNT cartoon, some of the voice actors of the Turtles sub in to play Shredder. Like Michelangelo's voice actor does a pretty good impersonation. Jason, grab that pizza.
Yeah. Don't gotta tell me twice.
Oh, a fresh ham. Why can't I eat the ham? Come on, man.
The ham. You don't eat ham in Ninja Turtles. When
You
has that?
dummy.
When has that ever been a thing?
Delicious ham for you.
The turtles are kosher, man.
Why can't I eat the ham? Asks Scott Walker, playing Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge.
No pork on my fork.
Can I buy this ham with Cole's cash?
Hey, Mr. Spock 1 is here. That's Michael Richmond. I like his
It's good.
I like his
Hi,
movie
Mike.
voice. I like his movie voice from the live action movie. He also said that Shredder is voiced by Barry Manilow, and don't bite the ham that feeds you.
The Nine Inch Nails Weird Al cover, The Ham That Feeds. After all the years, and as much as I was a fan as a kid, I've never actually read any of like the OG Turtle comics. I feel like I should rectify that.
There's lots of collections you can get for around 20 to 30.
I'll use my
Yeah.
library card.
Yeah, you can do that.
Honestly, like library, I feel like, I mean, everything is a good value at the library because it's fucking free. But like, I feel like graphic novels are like one of the best uses of the library because it's like they cost a fair amount and you burn through them so quick. That's like, I kind of looked at like, because I've read a couple different full series over the years, like up from the library, and I'm like, wow, I've saved like $2,000, but if I looked like how much it would have cost to buy all these things.
I still want to put on myself. Like I got the 30th anniversary edition of The Killing Joke, which is pretty nice.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff I wish I had. Like, I read Sandman from the library, but like I like that enough. I like Sandman enough that I kind of wish I had a nice copy on my shelf because they have some nice like omnibus editions of that.
Get out of the way.
Yeah, Mr. Spock, this game very much the way it was described by the developers, because he said it feels very arcade. The way the developers described making this game, they were like, hey, we're not going to design it to be like the arcade games. We want it to be like how you remember the arcade games to be like.
Sure.
So
Word.
to that effect, it's fun without being shitty about it.
Yeah, it reminds me of like there was that the Netflix like remake or whatever of Voltron, and that's sort of how they described it. It's like we're making the Voltron show you remember watching when you were a kid. Because if you actually go back and watch OG Voltron, it's like, oh no, this is not very good. But I have fond memories of it.
Okay, that's all right.
Well, it's funny because I tried watching it years ago and I had a lot of fun until I got to like a certain season, and then I kind of like I think I'm done. And then like a couple years later, I was like, Kim, I think you might actually get a kick out of this. And then we tried watching it and we burned through like the early seasons really quick and we were really enjoying it. And I think we got like 6 more episodes further than I did when I tried watching it by myself. And then it was like it just kind of flames out towards the end. But it was pretty good for a while. It just went on too long.
I was gonna say that was back when Netflix actually
Tried.
Okay, City.
Yeah, that's why I'm like. I know. That's like it's a fucking self-fulfilling prophecy though, man. Because it's like I don't watch Netflix shows because I'm like, well, they're just gonna cancel it. They're like, oh, well, nobody watched it, so we're gonna cancel it. So it's like I can't trust you anymore. Like I'm not gonna get invested in something.
Michael says I even enjoyed 80s He-Man going back. I'm easy to please.
Yeah. I remember even back in high school, we had a friend who's like years ago, like in the early 80s, his dad actually owned a video store for a while. So their basement was just full of like all the inventory basically that they didn't sell off when they went out of business. And they had a bunch of old He-Man VHS tapes that had like 3 episodes on them or whatever. And I remember in high school trying to watch them and we couldn't get through it. Like remember when I got home, I like apologized to my mom for all the He-Man I watched as a kid. And I was like, I'm so sorry I put you through that.
I had to apologize for the Super Mario show.
Oof, yeah.
Oh man.
Even when I was a kid, I knew it was bad.
With the Indiana
for a while.
With the Indiana Jones character who did not have a face.
Oh yeah.
They were so afraid of getting in trouble with lawyers that they just didn't give him a face.
And then the Watchmen rights holders sued. Ooh, secret diary.
Yep. Irma has secret diaries throughout the stages.
It's like Desmond Piper.
Like watching the cartoon, they really paint Irma as a loser, and I'm like, I really don't see it.
Especially in the 2012 cartoon. She turns out. Did you watch the 2012 cartoon?
I watched a little bit of the 2012 cartoon. What did they do with her in that one?
So she turns out to be an evil alien and one of the Ultons or whatever, and she's voiced by Gilbert Gottfried, but she's an alien.
That's amazing.
It's hilarious.
That rules.
Like they just totally play her up as the ultimate cat lady.
I agree, Michael. We are all Irma now.
We've been going back and rewatching the Orville because I want to watch the new season, but it's been so long. It was on hiatus for so long, and just it makes me sad because Norm Macdonald voices a CG character on there.
Is he in the new one? Did he record before?
No, I haven't watched the new episodes yet because like I said, we watched the first season was like 2017, 2018. Like it's been that long before this new ones came out. So I'm like, I need to go back and rewatch this because I remember liking it, but I don't remember like much of anything. If you like if you can get past like the kind of forced humor it's like the best love letter to like TNG I've ever seen. Like you can tell, like Seth MacFarlane's just like a super fan.
Yeah, I watched all the episodes. I should probably watch the new stuff.
Yeah, I heard the new stuff's really good. Like it's like as it's gone on, it's gotten they've like learned to lean less on like the like dumb humor. Because I don't mind a little humor, but like a lot of it felt very forced. Like almost like they're getting notes from the studio. Like there should be more jokes here, and it's like if it's organic and it's funny, that's fine.
Mike says, yes, they got him for the whole latest season, from what I hear.
Oh, nice. That'll be nice.
Wonder if we'll have a little send off for him.
I hope so.
Yeah, the send off for Jessica Walters on Archer was really nice.
That was a great send off.
They did that very well.
Yep. Cutting some onions in my apartment when that was on.
You guys go see the Bob's Burgers movies yet?
No, I saw the Top Gun movie this past weekend.
I heard it's surprisingly good.
It is good.
I didn't think I'd like the last half hour, but I actually liked that the most in the movie.
Yeah, the last half hour kind of gets a little ridiculous, but if you just lean into it and accept it, it's fun.
I haven't seen it. Basically, what I heard is like it's one of those like they don't make them like this anymore kind of movies. Like
kinda like it's a solid blockbuster.
It's like a real movie that's like a big blockbuster, but it's not a superhero movie.
Yep, you just turn your brain off and you will have all the fun with it. I don't even, some people are like, oh, this is just Air Force propaganda. And I'm like, yeah, because it's. They paid the Navy for this. There's real F-18 fighters in it. Of course, it's propaganda, and it's cool as shit, and we can all accept that.
Well, yeah, I don't remember who put this up, but somebody tweeted like a long time ago. It's like, yeah, I like cop shows. I know they're propaganda, but it's like they're like for me like a cool like cop procedural show. It's really fun to watch, but it's just as much fantasy as like Game of Thrones or whatever, right? Yep. These like competent, ethical cops who always get their man. Like, yeah, it's fun to watch, but like I'm fully aware of how bullshit it is. Yep. It doesn't mean it's not fun.
Exactly.
Like they'd actually try to open a door when a bunch of children are getting shot.
God.
Yeah. Mike says he missed the latest seasons of Archer, and also that standalone blockbusters are a dying breed, and that last part is very true.
All on Hulu. Go on Hulu. All right, who got hit?
Oh, it happens every time. I don't think I've ever cleared a single challenge where I didn't get hit.
I hate this level so much.
Really? Not that bad.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Just gotta stay in the back.
I don't like when the flying foot soldiers come in. I hate those guys.
Oh, if you do X and A, you can hit them with 2 aerial attacks.
Oh, okay.
That'll knock them out much sooner. Otherwise, they are quite annoying.
I feel like there should be a Cheeps flying through the air at us. Ooh.
Ow.
Pancake. Did they do the ouch my toe thing in this?
I don't think there's a toe one.
I know they do the manhole thing, like who turned the lights out? How they do that?
Yes, yeah, they did keep that. There's a lot of fun, unique damage animations. Don't think I've actually seen what happens if you can destroy if you can like actually hurt this thing.
Or damage, so.
Yeah, it takes. Yeah, like I said, it takes. It does take damage, but like when you get to the boss fight, it doesn't. It's a full bar of health.
Yeah. Bad continuity right there.
Yeah.
Wasn't there one where they got smacked and ran into the screen? The turtles. I don't remember one of the turtles going into the screen. Foot soldiers, yes.
The foot soldier.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
It's up and X. You can do that when you grab them.
Yeah, those old NES and SNES turtle games, man. I remember playing the shit out of those. I never owned any of them, but I'd rent them all the time.
One in the collection I'm most excited for is the Hyperstone heist. Oh, we missed that pizza.
Ah.
Oh. I needed that too.
I can't recall if there's another one coming up or not. But
For a while.
the good news is that, you know, we each have 3 lives in the in each chapter, and it resets after every chapter.
That's generous. It's not trying to suck quarters out of you.
Yeah, well, there is an arcade mode of this game that does that, where you have just 3 lives and that's it.
Well, if it was purely an arcade mode, you'd have 3 lives, and then you could pay like a microtransaction to buy to continue.
Just the way Ted Cruz would want it.
Yeah.
Hey, you're still alive. That's good.
Get it?
God damn it.
Well, one of us
How did I
got
do
it, and that's what matters. Yes, Mike, there are difficulty levels. We're on the OK mode, which is the easiest one, and then there's 2 other levels.
There's Kevin. Or that's right, he said he would be doing this too.
Yeah, Kevin's off doing Kevin things.
Gonna get blasted in every variety.
Oh,
Alright. Oh, goddamn basketball. There we go.
nice. Nice save.
Oh, I got this. I also watched the donkey stream of him playing with the. God damn it!
The donkey was playing this?
Yeah, he did a stream of it.
Oh, nice.
And
What's
you guys
the-
ever heard of a show? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say I didn't. I actually don't remember what I was gonna say, so it's okay.
Sorry. God, I can't. What the fuck? It was like. Shit. What the hell is it called? It just came up today. It's like a YouTube. It's like a YouTube show. It's like somebody's game dungeon. Brad's game dungeon. Does this ring a bell? I've never heard of this before. I wish I'd written it down. Because there was this article in the local like news site or whatever, because Stevens Point passed an ordinance like basically decriminalizing like small amounts of marijuana.
Uh-huh.
Like it's like if you have like under 25 grams, it's basically like a $5 fine now.
Oh, excellent.
Why wasn't that bigger news?
And
The big news.
Ross's Game Dungeon. Okay, I found it, and it was really. So the reason this is related is like there was like a quote in the paper from like somebody. They didn't give a name, but it was like somebody at the it was at the hearing where they took the vote, like a local citizen, and like the quote was like, "If I want to go home and consume some cannabis and watch Ross's Game Dungeon on YouTube, like who am I hurting?" Or something. It was like, what a weirdly specific.
Yes.
What a weirdly specific like poll. Like, why wouldn't you just say like, if I want to like get high and watch some YouTube, like who am I? It's like, are you affiliated with this channel? And you're just going to tell me go.
Yeah, they're plugging.
If I want to get high and then go on YouTube and like and subscribe to this channel.
That's my God-given American right.
That's right.
And don't forget to hit that bell.
Have you guys ever heard of this channel called Red Letter Media?
Because like, I'll be honest. Like I went back when it's funny because like I lost track of them because I just knew them as like the channel that put out those Star Wars prequel, videos, and then I sort of like didn't keep up with them, and it wasn't until years later that like I stumbled upon their stuff again, and I was like, oh shit, it's those guys. And at the time when I saw those videos, I didn't realize they were from Milwaukee. And like, I don't know if they would have even humored me or whatever, but back when those came out, I was working at, the paper, at the college newspaper. And like, I wonder if I could have like, if they would have humored me to do like an interview or something for the college paper.
Oh,
because
right.
They weren't like as big back then, you know what I mean? And had I realized they were like Milwaukee locals, I probably would have found a way to reach out to them, because that would have been fun, just a fun little thing to do.
I was kind of hoping I would see him. I saw him at the screening of Mad God last week, but they weren't there. I wonder if they saw it.
Oh, is that new stop motion movie?
Yeah, that Phil
Or
Tippett movie.
Yeah,
He's worked on
how
for like
was it?
30 years.
How
It's
was
pretty
it?
cool. It's
Have you
kind of
seen
like
Smite? Go ahead.
I was kind of like watching like liquid television in the 90s, but like feature
Nice.
length.
Hey, that's 100% my shit.
Fucking awesome. Starts
mean,
out
it's
as one
what you-
thing and turns into another thing. So.
Sure. Have you seen Spine of Night yet?
No, but I have to.
You gotta watch it, dude. It's so
It's on
your shit.
Shudder.
Yeah,
It's on
just
Shudder.
watch it.
I can watch it pretty soon.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Would recommend. I wouldn't recommend it to just anybody, but I guarantee you that you will like it.
Yeah, you can get Shudder, so you can. Mad God is on there. So,
Oh, is it? Fuck.
yeah,
I do have Shudder.
put on credit.
Like
I do
asking
have
the
to
important
because
questions. Where is the Aeon Flux video game?
Starring
Yeah,
Shirley
but why
Theron.
that movie together?
It was on PS2. Shirley Theron with Shirley Theron, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That is correct.
I saw that movie in the theater.
It was very bad.
Yes, it was. But I did a double feature of that and Kill Bill, I think, so it was still good there.
I think it's funny that they did the tongue thing in the movie.
Yes. Honestly, dude, I have not seen it since I saw it in the theater.
Oh, when they passed that
20 years ago.
their teeth or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the scene from the cartoon, but... Did you know that the guys who did Aeon Flux worked on Rugrats?
What?
Really?
Yeah, and like basically they were sick of like having to animate these little like, roly-poly... Like they're like, there's just not enough interesting like animation to do with these twat little toddlers. So they tried to design like the exact opposite type of character models from the Rugrats, and that's what they ended up with.
I think the guy who created Duckman was involved in some of those shows too.
That would make a lot of sense. I tried showing Kim some Duckman. She's like, I don't get it.
Oh
so
man.
I guess he had to be there. Like I think she had no context for it. I guess bringing somebody in the year Overlord 2022 like completely blind and like, hey, you should watch this Duckman. maybe not.
Probably one of those shows that your parents would leave the house for the night and you'd feel naughty watching it.
Yeah. Hey, you fucker. Oh, never mind.
No, that one's for everyone.
Okay. Well,
That one's a communist pizza.
Hell yeah, that's my favorite kind of pizza.
Extra red sauce.
These monkeys should really be throwing poo. I'm just saying.
Just gonna use
they
this
not
sickle to
throwing
cut
poo?
the slices.
I think they might be throwing poo. I don't know.
Yeah, the monkeys are definitely throwing something. Duckman
sure
animation is very Rugrats-like. Yeah, the Klasky Supo did a lot of did Duckman and Rugrats.
I don't remember these characters in Ninja Turtles. Do you?
Oh, they are definitely there.
The bull guy looks vaguely familiar.
Yep,
But I don't
Ground
know.
Chuck is definitely. They're both real. They're in the
Were they
cartoon.
in the comic?
Hey man,
Were they
they
in
had
the
to keep
comic?
making action figures.
They may have been also in the comics, but they were definitely like any enemies you see here are definitely their incarnations from the 1987 cartoon.
Yeah, these guys don't look like comic people as much as like, oh god, we need to make more action figures.
I used to read the comics when the 87 one was out, and they used to have those alien animals that came. There was like the big manta ray guy and stuff. Do you remember that?
No.
I think he showed up in the later seasons of the cartoon and stuff. I don't know. I probably still have it somewhere. Where'd the other guy go? I can't see him. He's like glitching out.
They're definitely both here.
I can see Ground Chuck, but I can't see the other guy.
Dirtbag is almost dead. Now he's dead. So now all that's left is Ground Chuck.
Yeah, I can't see him at all. I see him when he lifts off the projectiles, but that's so weird. I'm a dead.
That's alright. We got lives.
Do we?
Yeah.
Where is he? I can't see it. Where is he? I can't see him.
That's so weird that you can't.
That's wild. He is definitely here and attacking.
I see you guys getting hit by something.
There we go.
It's like the invisible Pinky Demon in Doom.
Yeah, I'll take a screenshot and I'll send it to you guys.
Completed the level without getting grabbed more than 5 times. Okay.
Not pussy grabbed urge, I guess. Congratulations.
Challenge completed. Didn't get hit by an obstacle on the third month of the year. Good job. That was a challenge.
You're a challenge.
I am. That's very true. Gonna put that on my dating profile. I am a challenge.
Are you ready for a challenge?
I still look at the whole plot with the head of Krang's robot. Like, how does it just keep on moving?
You just gotta let it play out, man.
Like, I know it's eventually going to get back to him, but...
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we're gonna face that guy.
The rat steal your pizza down here? Pizza rat?
Rat King.
Only in New York, baby.
Greatest city on earth, baby!
Why isn't there a rat, like, stealing a piece of pizza and going up the stairs? I feel like that's okay for that to happen in 1987 New York.
Yeah, New York is a cool city to visit, but like people who live there are insufferable.
Honestly, I think I like Chicago more than New York. Easier to leave, easier to get into.
I guess the only time I've done New York is I recently flew in and then just took the subway everywhere. I don't know, how the fuck did people visit like big cities and stuff like before smartphones? Because it's like I was able to do it, but I'm just gonna do what my phone tells me to do, right? Like which trains to get on and stuff.
It's brutal.
I couldn't imagine just trying to learn like a subway system like as a tourist.
You'd have to do so much homework and research beforehand.
Like going to Disney World, you know. Gotta sign up for the Fast Pass, so that I have to wait in the line for the Fast Pass.
And now the Fast Pass is just a regular line.
I went to the Funkland. Now you have to like it's not good enough just to get the Fast Pass. You have to like get a special package deal for the hotels, and then you get like more perks. It's screwed up.
What am I doing? How did I do this?
Don't know. Who wants the flaming pizza? Somebody. Okay, I'll take it. Or not.
I don't see any pizza.
Yeah, there's totally a pizza over here, and I can't get it.
What sort of weird alternate parallel reality are you in?
I'm in the director's cut. Sorry.
You somehow are playing the 2003 version of the Ninja Turtles. The pizzas are just like 10 feet over.
And I just disconnected. Great. Cool. My internet paused. Thanks, Spectrum.
Stream brought to you by Spectrum.
We can go back to the map.
Spectrum is so cool.
I've been pretty happy with my TDS fiber since we found it. It was only 2 years late, but once I got it, it's been good.
Mm-hmm. Your internet is carrot. Okay.
Alright. Joining up again.
All right.
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back, baby.
I think I'm gonna give Spectrum a phone call this week because I'm sick of this.
Yeah, it's probably some nonsense with the cable.
Yeah. They're like, I'm online trying to make hashtag content, and you're interfering with.
All I know is that whenever
Right.
I call him, my internet magically starts working again, and it's great for like 2 months.
Few will keep them in line.
I know. I think it's very funny that like eventually Netflix created their own speed test that runs on their servers.
They had that.
Like
They had that a long time ago.
yeah, I think that's very funny because like when I worked there, they didn't have that. So the people like, well, my
really?
speed test is. Yeah, because like, it's like, well, my speed test says I'm fine. It's like, well, yeah, of course your ISP is going to prioritize like traffic speed if they can see that you're connecting to a speed test bot.
We investigated ourselves and found no wrongdoing.
Right? Fuck. That was like I worked on Netflix at the exact wrong time because it was like the early days of streaming, so no one knew what the fuck they were doing, and nobody had fast enough internet to actually do it. So all these people would call up and bitch and be like, "Oh, it's stuttering and buffering all the time. It's like you need faster internet. No, everything else works fine. Like, well, everything else is not streaming video, dipshit."
Mm-hmm. I had someone at work who kept complaining that they had that their computer was slow, and we gave I don't know, they must have went through like 3 different laptops, and finally I just nonchalantly asked them, I'm like, hey, can you go to speed test and tell me what the results are that you get? And they're like, sure. 0.3 megabit download. 0.1 megabit download, and they were throwing IT under the bus the entire time, saying it was our fault. And like anybody who works from home has to have 60 down as a minimum.
Yeah. You're like, hell, you want me to run a speed test? Sure, 1 second. Right.
Hey, good evening, Zerg. Seth knows who Zerg is. That is Neff.
I was just gonna spoil the Lightyear movie, but never mind.
You were going to spoil the Lightyear movie?
Not that anyone's gonna watch it.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you read the plot twist? Great job.
Oh God, is it? Yeah, go ahead. I don't care. I'm never gonna watch it.
I have no intention of watching it. I never even finished watching Toy Story 4.
So you know how Zurg was his father in Toy Story?
Oh sure, yeah, in Toy Story 2. Sure.
Yeah, they retcon that, and now Zurg is an alternate timeline version of Buzz.
Just keep milking that teat, people. Just keep at it. Watch what happens. Can't wait for the Toy Story multiverse of madness.
Damn.
It's sad because the beginning conceit is really actually kind of interesting, where he's like testing this new like rocket fuel that takes you into the future, and every time he tests it, he goes ahead 4 years. That's interesting.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because he sees people like age and die and shit that he knows.
Oh, yeah, that is cool. It reminds me of
They ruined it.
Is that just the twist? Is the Zurg thing?
Yeah, that's the big twist. Yeah.
That's stupid. It's like the time thing. It just reminds me of just because like I said, we've been rewatching it. But there's a really cool episode in the first season of Orville, where like the first officer, like they go down to explore this like planet, this uncharted planet, and they kind of play with the prime directive idea, right? Where it's like you're not supposed to interfere with like free warp civilizations because you don't want to affect their development. But she like sees this little girl.
Oh man,
who gets
Henry's here.
Hi.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm so late.
Well, look who decided he's cool enough to join.
I really felt for a little bit like sticking around and listening to people, other people complete their systems testing, even though mine was already done. But I deigned to join you fools.
Been properly tested.
Yeah, everything is so tested right now, you guys.
Oh, Seth, by the way, Zerg says, "Oh my god, dude, what's up? I need to visit."
Hey, you should. You say, what's it been like? When was the last time you visited for that new job? Was that like 7 years ago?
Wow, 7 years.
Yeah.
In 4-store.
Yeah.
I might be back up for the July 4th weekend. I might come back.
You should come. You should come to Riverfront Rendezvous and see Bad Hats with us.
That's actually what I was thinking of doing.
Yeah, I'm as long as the weather isn't complete ass. If it's like 100 degrees outside, I'm probably gonna go. But as long as it's reasonable.
I'm guessing Karen will probably go to that, and it'd be nice to see her. And
Yeah.
Sophia will probably go to that. Be a good way to see a bunch of people I haven't seen in a while.
You can see my house. I've been in this house like 6 years.
Oh yeah. I've never seen your house.
You've never been to my house.
You can see my house too. My children will gladly give you a tour and show you all of their toys.
Hell yeah.
I already own all those toys. I don't care.
You can have theirs though too.
my kitchen's gonna be all ripped apart before it. So, but other than that, I mean, you can still be come to the house. It's gonna look really gnarly.
It's gonna be like Home Alone 2. I'm just gonna like set up traps. You guys left for vacation and everything's getting renovated.
I'll once again offer some of my children's toys for you to set the traps up with.
Zerg, are you saying you're definitely going to be going to Riverfront? Or trying to go to Riverfront? You will definitely be trying to go to Riverfront?
Definitely be trying.
Yes.
I understand.
All right.
You need permission. You know. I have like some family reunion on my dad's side on that Saturday, but I'm not going to that.
I mean, you don't want to like go see all the Facebook family that you've been blocking on Facebook for the last 2 years.
Exactly. The ones that are blaming Joe Biden for the gas prices. Yeah.
He wakes up every morning, has a shot of children's blood, and then proceeds to turn a dial.
Yeah, that's what it's like my default response to that kind of stuff now. Is like, I love how stupid people think that the president just has two levers on his desk, and one says stock prices and the other one says gas prices.
Man, I wish Corn Pop could see me raising the gas prices right now.
Got that dials it up.
It's just like the meme with the superhero with the 2 buttons, and one of them is gas prices. And
yes.
And he still has Obama's weather machine. That's for the climate change.
Actually, because the budget cuts at the White House, the Sharpie that Trump used for that hurricane is the weather machine now. So.
Oh no.
We really live in the dumbest timeline.
And it's gonna get dumber yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna get so stupid, you guys.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm already not looking forward to the presidential race next year. It's just gonna be a shit show.
Like, no matter what, it's gonna be a shit show.
Yeah. I don't care who your favorite person is or what you believe in. It's just gonna suck.
It's gonna suck. Yep.
Hillary's gonna come back again and say, that's right, we hate trans people. Like, I side with J.K. Rowling, and she's funding me in my campaign. Joe Biden has died, finally.
I just
you're
can't.
you're gonna vote for me because I'm not a Republican. That's the best we can offer you. The
can't-
best I can do is not a Republican.
If you don't stand with Mamala, you stand with the Nazis.
Right. Then Trump's running mate is going to be Mama June.
But, I mean, yeah, I hate that shit because it's basically like, Republican and Democrats. Do you want like the fast lane to like societal collapse, or the commuter lane? Like, do you want the express lane or the normal lane? It's like nothing's ever going to get better, but do you want it to get worse, slightly slower?
Yeah.
Give me pizza. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the pizza.
It's there was some guy that I shouldn't have got into it. Like, Chris, you saw this. It was someone who's like friends with my dad or something on Facebook. 'Cause my dad shared some dumb boomer thing about like, oh, it's just Biden raising taxes or I don't know. And I just sort of kind of mentioned something offhandedly about how like it's not just Democrats, it's everybody, and both parties are like in the pocket of corporate interests.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, so I was like, it's like, the Democrats suck, but the Republicans suck too. Like, it's basically my point. Like, I'm not gonna be like, no, blue no matter who or whatever. Fuck that.
Nah, he wasn't here for it. He didn't.
Well, no, the crazy thing is, if you read through the whole thing, he was all like, yeah, you're right, blah blah blah, and we were going back and forth, and and it's like just the whole like it's one big party and this and that and blah blah blah, and I was like, wow, this guy's actually being like receptive to this. And then I made the mistake of posting that picture of like Trump at like the wedding with Bill and Hillary, and he just like lost his shit.
Yep.
And he's just like that pictures don't prove anything, and that's old, and he's changed, and like he's the only one you can trust, and this
God.
and that. And, he's like we're like, yes, all Republicans and all Democrats are bad, but Trump, he's the savior kind of thing. And then it's so funny because I'm like, dude, he's full of shit too. It was like my only point. And
he just
then,
wasn't having it.
Well, I know, and he's like, don't text me. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Typing me in caps all more, old man? Like, seriously, what are you gonna do? Like, and then it's something like, I have no idea who this dipshit is, but he's some sort of friend of some sort of friend of my stepmom. It's like, oh, for Cindy's sake, I'm not going to say anymore. And it's like, don't bring her into this, dude. Like, you're just being idiot on Facebook. What does this have to?
It's Facebook. Who cares? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I know. Well, it's like, don't text me. It's like, or what? Like, you're gonna type me in caps somewhere. Okay. You're in Texas, dipshit.
Right?
Going to be seceding from the union again.
Good. Well, it's all obviously bullshit, insane, like grandstanding, but please do. Like,
Yeah.
if Texas did secede, the GOP would never win another national election. Because like Texas has like 28, 30 electoral votes or something.
It's pretty high. I think it's
Yeah, there's a California.
You lose two seats in the Senate, like. And it's like good. Like Texas leaves, and like the rest of the country becomes like a socialist utopia. Except not really, because then Democrats would just find some other like. Because there's that old thing. It's like, oh, if there's 51 Democrats and 49 Republicans, like one of them will like abstain from any real progress. But if you have 55 Democrats and 45 Republicans, then 6 of them will abstain from any real progress.
How did that get there?
catching up on the chat here. Mike said maybe Bernie can try again.
God.
And then Zurg was like, Bernie would lose. Bernie would lose because he had a heart attack that eliminates 50% of the voter base. It was probably the CIA shellfish ice gun. And Mike said Dick Cheney had like 12 and he still made VP.
That's true. He's got a robot heart.
Yeah, but Republicans are dumb.
They will elect anyone. There is no such thing as a purity test.
I mean, yeah, so that's obviously an expert.
Oh, again.
Yeah, this is the last time you face Bebop on Rocksteady, I think.
Oh, we murder him this time? Thank God.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
It's actually a very graphic decapitation. I don't know why
They wouldn't be good
put that in
stooges if
there.
they weren't constantly, thorns in our side.
It actually loads into like full Unreal Engine 5. This is actually like graphic Mortal Kombat style dismemberment.
Watching bones crunch.
And
like one of those-
Michelangelo says, "Fuck around, find out." It's like, what the hell, Michelangelo? He said, "Fuck."
I remember
It's like
reading
one
an
of those
article
slow
about-
motion ISIS decapitation videos. Like,
It's literally one of those. If it was beat on Rocksteady deepfaked into it.
yes.
For the glory of
Hey, they're
Allah,
actually-
dude.
Holy shit.
Like,
But wow, yeah, I don't even remember what I was gonna say. That. Oh yeah,
Oh damn.
I remember talking about like Mortal Kombat. I remember reading this article like when like this more recent batch of games were coming out with like this crazy like brutalities and stuff. And there was a guy who was like a designer, an artist. I didn't realize we could actually just fell off the roof again. There we go.
You can do it. You can do it.
And he talked about how like he actually had to go into like therapy and stuff because he literally had like PTSD from all of the like graphic reference footage they had to look at to like make the those like brutalities and stuff. Like it just like fucked with his brain. Because he said something to the effect of like it was like to the point where like because he was like the guy who was like designing all these things for Mortal Kombat and like he said he would just like look at his dog and he would just see like the bones of his dog and like how it would like dismember and fall apart. He's like, I have a problem. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to work on these games anymore.
Damn.
The same thing happened with the Eternal Champions people too.
Chris Norris says
Great.
goodnight.
Good night, Nora.
My way around.
Are they are the kiddos doing anything this summer, Henry? Like summer school or anything like that?
Simon's looking for a job, and yeah, he just applied at the dollar store recently, and he had previously applied in a couple other places around town too.
Like in the theater? That'd be a fun.
He did actually. Yeah, he didn't hear back from them on that yet though, so he's getting
I
other
remember
stuff
back
up
in-
there.
Yeah. I mean, they probably get a lot of applications though too. I would imagine.
Yep. It's that
I
time
remember-
of year. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I applied. Well, this is like a cool job or whatever too, right? But I remember I applied at Cedar Creek back in the day, 25 years ago when I was a teenager, and they actually offered me the job, but they wanted to start me at less than minimum wage. And their argument was that, like, well, for the first 90 days, you can't fully do your job because you're not trained in yet, so we're actually going to pay you like $1 under minimum wage until you're fully trained. And I'm like, I don't think that's legal.
That is not.
And they're like, oh, it's a training wage. And I'm like, get fucked. I just stayed working where I was.
I was gonna say, if Simon really wants a job at the theater, just tweet at Greg Marcus. My son really loves your intros to the movies that you do. It's very funny.
Henry has more dignity than that.
Oh man.
Classic rich kid, just like, it's like nobody can like tell him that those things fucking suck.
So I saw those with Seth one time. And the entire time he was making fart noises. And now every time I see Greg Marcus, all I can think of is Seth making fart noises and telling Greg Marcus he sucks.
I went and saw Sons of the Future at the Majestic because that's the only place they had it. And when he came on, there was like 3 other people in the theater. And I audibly just booed really loudly when he came on. And like everybody cracked up at it.
Hey, good evening, Lenev, and your fellow party of 2. Welcome, one and all.
Well, did you see that? There's this story going around. It was like a fucking. It was a CEO of some like larger video game company, and like when the like Roe v. Wade, whatever decision thing got leaked in the Supreme Court, like he sent out some sort of like company-wide memo, and it was about like that was a really heated time, but we really need to respect each other's views on this kind of stuff. Whatever else, like blah blah blah. And it's like and like this really crazy heated shit. And by the way, here's some pictures of my cats. It's just like, what is he doing? And it's because apparently this guy is just like the fucking like president and CEO. And he just puts out basically his like personal blog kind of thing in like company-wide email form, and nobody can tell him to not do it because he's the boss.
And then Pittsburgh. That sounds like a Pittsburgh thing.
I don't remember who it was, but it's just like, I hate that shit so much.
Yuck.
I won't say names just on the off chance that like, get back my job or whatever, but like, I'll say, Henry, you are aware of an executive at our company who used to work with your company and is also very good for...
Okay.
He's also very good for like telling lots of inane stories that nobody cares about.
Yep. Okay. I get you. The other thing then too is Rupert is in Taekwondo, which he's actually been doing
cool.
really good in. Yeah,
That's
like
awesome.
that one especially is like a very cool like opportunity just being out here that we certainly did not have, in Wittenberg. And
Yeah.
he's 5, so like there's days where we get done and then he tells me he doesn't want to go anymore, but it's just he's hungry and tired and whatever.
Right.
We all feel that.
They did
that's me at work.
they did like a first like board breaking thing, and they're just like training boards. They're super tiny.
Oh sure, but it's still really cool.
Yeah. And but once he got to do that, then he was like super amped.
That's cool. I remember when Kimberly was teaching down in Milwaukee, and, it was like a very inner city school, and she was teaching 3rd grade, and she had a student who was in like a karate class, and he invited her to come to like his like whatever his ceremony or whatever to get his test, right, to see if he could get his next belt or whatever. And so we went, and like, oh my god, dude, the guy who like ran this dojo was like, holy shit, he was just like a badass motherfucker. And because it was this like super, it was like super inner.
Did everyone just get booted out of this level?
We lost Henry.
Oh no!
Oh, is that, did that happen because of me? Sorry, I was
lost connection.
There we go. Yeah, it was weird. Like we started the level and everybody was invisible.
Oh.
Yeah, that was happening to me. Yeah.
And then so I was gonna just drop out and come back in, and then sorry, my bad.
That's all right.
Whatever.
It worked out.
We had a couple of hiccups tonight.
Other than like the obvious bugs, like the gameplay while it's going seems very smooth.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your story, Jason.
No, that's fine. I was just saying, this guy was just like such a bad, basically like Kung Fu Samuel L. Jackson, and like he was like a huge badass like with the kids and stuff too. He was like super strict, but like I will respect you if you kind of thing. And these kids it was like let's be honest, a lot of these kids don't have father figures, right? So it was like really good to have this like strong like male figure in their lives. But he had these were like elementary school age kids, and he had them like walking on broken glass and shit.
Jesus.
It was like, oh my god, like this would never fly in like bougie suburban.
Yeah.
It was awesome though. It's like those kids were so badass, and he was so badass.
Yeah, we have not had anything like that so far.
This 4-man roster seems is like it's like the later years of a band that's past its prime. They've lost a couple of like their key members. And it's like the Turtles team of Donatello, Leonardo, April O'Neil, and Keith Jones. Michelangelo OD'd, choked down his own vomit. Raphael left to pursue a solo project that never really took off, and he's too proud to come back.
Wow. It's like the 14th season of the Ninja Turtles. It's just really, really far in there. Nobody's gonna get that pizza?
Not get the pizza.
Where the turtles deal with the fact that they have to use catheters regularly now.
Oh God! Senior Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Now I need to Google
Heroes in the
turtle
nursing home.
catheter.
Celebrity Rehab.
Oh, Manev played. You played this game a ton this weekend. Awesome. Yeah, I played through the whole campaign over the weekend too. And Mike says I like that April is beating people with her mic. And he also calls this what we're talking about TMNT Celebrity Rehab.
He hasn't made the joke that he's doing a mic drop. Man.
That's what she does for her, like at the end of the level, she does do a mic drop.
Ah.
She also does a titty drop. For the kids.
That's coming
Get the pizza,
in
get the pizza, get the
DLC
pizza.
later.
I'm gonna get the pizza.
April doesn't eat pizza.
That's coming in the titty drop DLC, Seth.
the titty drop DLC.
Yep.
Oh my.
They got really mad about that on Twitter that she doesn't show cleavage in this game.
Oh my God.
Of course they did.
Cut grass. I don't miss Twitter.
Rule34.com. Just go and leave everyone alone.
Yep.
You can literally pay someone to draw April with cleavage for you if that's what you really need to get through your day.
They'll post a picture of April with some cleavage. Like, we used to be a country, a proper country.
Right. We did do that, yeah.
Every day we fall further from the grace of God.
Oh. I'm sorry. I thought this was America. I could have an April O'Neil with huge tits.
Alright, there we go.
Okay.
Sorry, Dave.
Okay, yeah, these flying guys made it like impossible to revive.
And all these missiles. You kill him yet? Okay.
Yeah, he's dead.
We busted a wing nut.
Hey, good evening, Fiery Fangbanger. For Seth's reference, that is Tori.
Yes. That is their Twitter name as well.
Yes. Monev, April do be thick, though. This is correct. And Mike's like, this is why Fiverr exists. I mean, you could pay $5 for an April O'Neil drawing. I don't think it'll be very good. Unless you want a $5 drawing of April O'Neil.
He looks very Scott Pilgrim in this game.
Well, you know, a fair amount of the people who worked on Scott Pilgrim worked on this game.
Oh, did they? Okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
I was thinking that same thing as I was playing with as her too. Is very much looking like Ramona.
Come on.
Although
Great, I don't see,
oh, you don't see any. Oh, yeah, you're not moving. Hang on.
I don't see anybody on this screen.
We'll relaunch.
Spectrum. Oh, we got all the frogs. I know.
Crisis at Coney Island.
We turn the frogs gay.
Yes, they're totally good. They wear short shorts.
Totally gay.
cut off. Yes, totally gay. They're
That's
they're
a
im-
terrible novelty shirt, isn't it?
they're amphibious. Amphibious, does that work? I don't know.
Oh, Amphibi-curious.
That's
Oh dear. Gonna get a cornucopia of ideas for the title for this article. For the glory of Allah, dude. Amphibi-curious.
Senior Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Is this guy pissing off the rail?
Zerg, you can get a $5 drawing of April. Go for it.
I'll make one for free for you, Zerg. I don't have any references, so I need to get my start on my art career. So
I'll give you a drawing of Irma with big milky mummers.
Mike, to answer your question, the Punk Frogs do make an appearance, as Rasputin just showed up.
Right there.
They are all here. Rasputin, Napoleon Bonafrog.
I love how
Napoleon
in
Donor
the
Frog.
I loved how in the
Osama bin Hoppin.
God damn it.
Osama bin Hoppin' bad.
Alu Hot Bar.
Oh my god.
I was trying to think like as a kid on the original show how like they would flip back and forth and referring to the turtles as like reptiles or lizards or amphibians depending on the pun or alliteration like you could say.
Right.
Biology be damned.
Speaking of Rich Evans, Seth, I know that we just exposed you to Fateful Findings, but we recently watched an even more Neil Breen film recently. If you've not seen Twisted Pair, it's
Twisted Pair.
Oh, it's amazing.
that was quite the trip.
It broke my brain so hard I couldn't even talk straight for 5 minutes.
Hey, I'll say this. I've only watched Fateful Findings, but I was leaning forward the entire time. I was way more engaged in that movie than I have been in a lot of stuff. Because I was just what is going on? I have to understand this.
I want a buddy movie with Tommy Wiseau and Neil Breen. I want it.
Yes, please.
Instead of it can be a buddy god movie.
Oh, it's Twin God. Twin God.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're saying.
You don't know what they're doing.
Communist pizza.
Right. Wow. That was a big one. That was the Bigfoot pizza. Is there any Pizza Hut sponsorship in here?
There's suburban Sasquatch pizza.
There is no Pizza Hut labeling in this game, despite getting a coupon
Bigfoot.
for a personal pan pizza if you buy the physical copy.
Bigfoot stick pizza.
Is that kind of like how in the original movie, they had the time with Pizza Hut, but they ordered Domino's in the movie? I always thought that was super
so weird.
Right?
It me.
But yeah, in any physical version, so if you get it from Best Buy or from any website that has it, that's what you get. You get a personal pan.
How do we do this? Oh, here it is. Okay, got it. There we go. Up the balloon. There we go.
I think someone gets a gift for that.
I think we got points towards our leveling up.
Yes.
That's what we got.
That sounds right.
I noticed a bunch of plus 10s pop up. Is it raining out? It might be raining.
Jason, have you and Kimberly watched Suburban Sasquatch?
I mean, I know it from Red Letter, but we haven't actually watched it.
So that one is actually it's always hit or miss whether the bad movies will actually be fun to watch, but we did that one for Bad Movie Night a year ago. It's actually worth watching. It's good. Good times.
You guys
We also
ever watch
watched-
Karate Dog?
Karate Dog. I have not.
Check out Karate Dog.
Karate Dog.
I think
All right.
Zombie versus Ninja. That was amazing. We're good too. Back when we worked at the video store.
Do you still have that?
I don't know what happened to it, dude.
No. Last I heard, it was like in your trunk of your car. Or something. I don't know.
I think I had it at some point on a Plex server, but then I think that years ago that old server died and I lost everything.
They haven't come out with like a Godfrey Ho collection yet of some sort.
Probably.
That'd be awesome.
Do you think one of those boutique houses would?
Maybe he just doesn't want to sell the rights to any of those. They probably asked him.
Sure, could be.
Somebody has had to have asked.
Yeah, I don't dip into that stuff very often, but I did that RoboCop set that Arrow put out is really nice.
Yeah, it's a very nice set.
Yeah, that's one of the few things
You're in
I
it.
actually indulged on because that's like one of my fucking favorite movies I've ever seen. Well, it's like as a kid, it was like RoboCop was like, wow, cool robot, and then like as an adult, it's like, oh my god, this is like such a biting like societal satire.
It's more and more real every day.
Oh god, seriously, I was talking to somebody about this when I watched it when I got the set, and like there's this line. Keep in mind, when did that movie come out? Like 86, probably around there, somewhere around that time, right? Like mid 80s. And
Yeah. 86, yeah.
yeah, and Dick Jones is giving his speech at the beginning before he introduces the N209. And, you know, obviously it's supposed to be like so over the top because they're setting up OCP as this like horrible nightmare dystopia company, right? And so it's like his whole speech is supposed to be like so hyperbolic and make them look so evil. And he's like, OCP has dabbled in many areas typically considered non-profit, like hospitals, prisons, and space exploration. And I'm like, oh my god, like all of this is like capitalism has ruined all these things. Like within 30 years, like all that became reality, and it's so
That Fox News.
depressing.
There was a Fox News clip a couple weeks ago that was like honoring policemen or something, and then right after it, it cuts to a commercial and it's like for Viagra.
Oh no, it wasn't even a so it was on OAN, and it was just this
What it
super
was, yeah.
cringy segment of this guy just basically, actually not even basically, it was very literally just this guy thanking Donald Trump for being such a great
Yeah.
patriot, and then super hyper cringe bullshit, and
He was very serious
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, he was very, very serious. It was like this very, solemnly played moment, and then the music fades out, and then he gives this look to the camera, and they just this quick cut to a Viagra commercial.
The best thing I've seen like is it was the concert last year's man because I saw it like 10 years ago, and there was a super shocking moment in the first beginning of that your seasons where out of nowhere the characters
Jason? Jason, your microphone's acting a little weird. You sound like a robot. You might need to reconnect your microphone to your phone.
The pizza is like pure white for me.
Whoa!
Yeah, same here. It's just flatbed. Just the flatbed.
Oh, hang on. It might not be. It. All three of you are doing that, so I'm wondering if it's me.
Oh,
Hang on, let me disconnect and reconnect real quick. Oh, look at that. I wouldn't even, Discord's tripping. Yeah, let's relaunch Discord. Why are we stuck on starting? Oh boy.
Slow motion money
There we-
shots of saltines like dropping into this bowl of tomato soup and it just like splashing everywhere. Shot of this, it's like, oh my god.
Okay, there we go. Can y'all hear me okay?
It used to be, hey Chris, yeah, it used to be on YouTube. Let's see if I can find it. It's fucking great.
A few screws
It's like, does nobody look at this shit?
Whoever's the master control, they're not watching.
According to Mike, my video stuttered for a bit before everyone turned into robots. And
Yeah, I noticed that as well, actually.
yeah, looking at my streaming program, I'm seeing there's like 4,000 dropped frames. So there must have been a serious internet hiccup. Thanks, Spectrum.
We're
Best
sorry.
internet company, 10 out of 10.
Please understand.
We know you're dusted. You don't have a choice.
They're
What are
so
you gonna
cool,
do
though.
about it?
Good
Are you
grief.
guys on TDS yet, Henry?
No, they keep send. Okay, it's actually just the worst because they keep sending us mailers like switch to our service. Like every week we're getting stuff from them, and every week I check to see are they sending this now because I can finally get it? No, they still don't have the line on this side of the street.
That's so frustrating.
Good grief.
I
Yeah.
mean, like before you got on, I was saying like I'm happy with it, but when I finally got it, but they were like 2 years late from like the time they said they were going to have my street ready.
Now, to be fair, when you account for pandemic time, like 2 years is actually like right on time.
My understanding is a big part of it was like Spectrum was actually being a big dicks to them because they're supposed to be, I forget, Seth, you might know a little bit about this. I can't remember the word for it, but there's like that whole like common carrier on like utilities kind of thing where it's like basically it's like you're allowed to like piggyback on other people's services and stuff until like the last mile is like the idiom or whatever. And basically like obviously TDS was going to lay their own shit because it was fiber versus like the cable, but they wanted to use by rights legally they're supposed to be able to use Spectrum's poles and towers and stuff. So they were just going to piggyback on those towers and just do it all above ground, like around here, because all the utilities are above ground, in this old part of town. And like somehow Spectrum like fought them tooth and nail like in court and held it up long enough that they finally said fuck it when they got approval from the city to do it all underground. And that's why it took so long because they had to pivot. It's like because it was just Spectrum doing everything in their power to fuck them over.
Well, of course, because they can't like keep customers with their own quality of service, so just
Right.
you got to keep the monopoly going.
Yeah,
Heaven
honestly,
forbid
even
they
if
provide
TDS
better service.
I know. And it's like, yeah, it's so funny how like when TDS started to come into this area, they're like, oh, look, you're getting a free speed upgrade. And we're like, fuck you. Like,
Could do this the entire time.
Yeah.
Yep, I have.
You're literally the entire time.
My parents have fiber internet in the middle of nowhere, and then they have 100 megabit upload, and I do not.
That's funny. Good for them, though.
Yes, good for them. I'm not moving that. I'm not moving back there, but goddamn.
You guys should start
It might be worth it for that.
We
start streaming his trail cams to Twitch.
Hey, all right, yeah, not a bad
Oh,
idea.
hey, the thing on the TV is just like the cutscene from like the very first Ninja Turtles game from the NES where like Shredder's reading at the beginning.
Oh yeah, it is. What am I doing?
Yeah, what are you doing, Jace? Wait,
know.
power.
So you got a power pizza, and that lets you use this spin move for a while. There's also an infinite pizza power that lets you use your super move as many times as you want for 10 seconds.
think of trying to steal my story?
Let's see. Mike says, Jason, only the phone companies are subject to that law. Cable companies don't have to abide by it, which is why the law is nonsense now.
Ah. Thank you, Mike.
And Fiery Fanbanger said the week they were going to install, we got an ice storm, so there was a delay for sure.
So my dad is up in like Cronenwater, and he got TDS before I did. But apparently, when the guy came to install, they cut his sprinkler lines in his yard.
Oh Jesus!
And then he told him he fixed it, and then my dad, but then like the yard was flooding, and like the guy fixed it by putting some flex tape on it. So they had to like call out like another crew or whatever, and like my dad said, it should have been a red flag because the guy was like, "Oh, don't worry, this happens all the time." It's like Jesus.
Communist pizza. Communist pizza.
Yes. What? That turtle's a robot.
Metalhead.
They're turning the frickin' turtles into robots.
Oh my god. Oh, they think I'm next.
Those being replaced by robots.
They'll think of gay robots next.
Where did he go?
Nobody
he
wants
vanished.
the turtle. Yeah, where did he go? What the fuck?
He vanished. I don't know.
Hey, we got a bug.
Any comments?
Is that a feature? Is that a feature?
Comments?
He ran away like a goddamn coward.
Any comments?
All
Yeah,
right.
nobody's even getting hit. So.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Nobody
Well,
wants to. God.
nobody wants to fight the turtles anymore.
Yeah, nobody. Yes, exactly.
The robot was like, "What? April
Uh.
doesn't have any cleavage. I'm out."
I'm totes out. April.
Metalhead
April does
is
have cake in this game, though.
Metalhead's Twitter account just went private. All right. Well, we'll consider this one a win, and we'll just move on to the next stage.
Sure.
No, I need to kill him because I want to make my dumb joke. I want to say he's metal dead.
Fucking
we don't-
got him.
All right. I think
Wait,
11
we're
is
not
here.
a train.
Yes.
What is this?
Yeah, what's going on?
We're here now.
They're on strike.
Dinosaur stampede!
Doing it for the boobs.
We're like on Natural History Museum.
Nah.
Womp womp. This is actually just the that Ark museum exhibit thing that Kent Hovind run.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay. Now I remember.
What? Dinosaurs?
No, the Ark exhibit, not the Triceratons.
Do you remember dinosaurs? I remember dinosaurs.
I hear the birds evolved from that.
Well, you know, somebody decided to finally do something with that joke, and
Kim Solo called that up 20 years later.
all timer.
That and where we are right now, the future.
Oh, that I was as soon as that suggestion was made, I was so happy to blurt that out.
Oh God, what now? Oh shit! Oh God! Oh fuck!
Stampede.
VHS tape, y'all.
Mike says that he's on Shredder's side now because we engaged in reckless abuse of the highway laws,
That's
Whatever.
fair.
and that we're
That's
also
actually
fighting.
understandable.
We are now we're not fighting the Triceratons. Mike says we're fighting the family from the TV show Dinosaurs.
Not even close.
Not the April.
That
Not
was
the April.
great.
Not the-
Not the Irma.
I
Yeah.
love that the show basically ends with like an extinction event. It's like, oh,
Pretty
everyone's
great.
gonna die. Enjoy your show. Just imagine,
Like, hey,
the last episode of The Simpsons was like, oh, an asteroid came and wiped out Springfield. Everyone's dead. Good night. Bye.
No,
It's
in
definitely
the
one of those
finale of The Simpsons, there's the tire fire consumes the entire city of Springfield.
Definitely one of those shows where it's like, it seems really prescient, but then when you stop and think about it, it's just it's just the same shit's going on as always been going on.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like going back and watching old Simpsons on Disney Plus. Like, this is so fucking depressing because like nothing has changed in like,
Yep.
30 years. It's
same-
all the exact same jokes about like systemic problems and
It's the same thing with watching old Saturday Night Live episodes, and they get to Weekend Update, and it's like 1990, and they're talking about Congress bickering about raising the debt ceiling, and I'm like, oh no.
Like it makes you wonder. Like it's easy, these days to like, I guess keep track of how shitty stuff is. But like, if the internet existed in the '80s, I don't know.
Right.
We could.
yeah. I think that's why I think that's why 80s nostalgia has lasted for so long. Is because it's sort of like that last like it's easier to romanticize, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything popular has its own silo of fandoms now. You can.
Yeah.
The Orville has its fandom. Ninja Turtles,
Yep.
The 2017 version has its fandom. It doesn't have to be, thing that everybody, that's like more mainstream, I guess.
But yeah, like the monoculture is basically just like fucking Disney movies. That's about it.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's a neutrino.
Yep, neutrinos are here too.
Are you okay?
Hey, thank you, April.
You're
I
welcome.
remember, Multiverse of Madness was fun just because it was Sam Raimi, and it was like, hey,
Yes.
you made half a Disney movie and half a Sam Raimi movie. Half of it's really good. Guess what's that? But other than that, it's like I just remember like when I went to see the Batman in the theater, and it was just like, oh, this is like a real movie. Like it was just like this like breath of fresh air. It's like this actually feels like a real film that somebody actually made a film versus like the latest piece of like the Marvel treadmill.
You're about to be history, Zorax.
I don't know. It was so great when they introduced all the cameos, and then Sam Raimi just gleefully kills them all.
That was so funny. Oh my god.
That ruled.
My theater cheered for all the cameos, and then when they all died, I cheered, and everybody hated me.
I didn't cheer, but I definitely did like kind of like an ugly laugh.
Sorry, Jim from The Office dies. Deal with it.
I really cheered for that. I cheered hard for that.
Suck it, Jack Ryan.
Fiery Fandanger says,
didn't
after
see
having
her way out of that.
kids, I'm watching way more Disney movies and knowing them by heart than I did when I was a child.
That's the time to do it.
Yeah, well, like early on in COVID, we're like, oh, this is gonna be a fun little 3-month thing, and let's just hunker down and we'll
Yep.
get through this. We went through on Disney, we went through on Disney Plus, and we watched all of the Disney movies in order, because I hadn't seen a lot of them before, and some of them are cool. I mean, all of them are like technical, like Marvels, but it's crazy how like batshit and like half-assed the stories on some of those early ones. Because it's like basically there's like in Pinocchio, if you actually watch Pinocchio, like just a bunch of shit happens, and there's no rhyme or reason to like any of it. And then like at a certain point, like they get back from the whole weird Donkey Island thing, and it's like, oh hey, somebody left a note, and it's just like explaining like, oh, Geppetto went looking for Pinocchio and got eaten by a whale. It's like, who wrote it? Nobody knows. How did they know this happened? Nobody knows.
Continue the film.
Yeah, or it's even just like fucking Snow White.
It was
Like
the Blue Fairy.
Yeah. And, like in
Plot wills
in
it.
Snow White, like yes, in Snow White, like she doesn't bite the apple. There's like 15 minutes left in the movie by the time she bites the apple, and then it just like cuts to like a literal wall of text. That's like, this is everything that happened then, and like the dwarves tried to revive her, but they couldn't, and they built the casket, and blah blah blah, this and that. And then, oh, by the way, here's the final conclusion. The prince shows up and kisses her and she wakes up at the end. Bye! And it's just like, maybe we could have faffed about a little less with all of like the woodland critters.
Fiery says, Fiery says, oh my god, explaining the kids and island and inferred pedos, or that they just locked their kids and went out to a party.
Yeah.
They were
Like all of them are super like technical achievements, and then all the unfortunate racism too is
Right?
Yeah.
some of it. There's a lot of oh no's and all. I mean, they're just a product of their time, but
I
it's
like
still
the reused animations that you'll find in some of the
Oh, yeah.
like in
Super
Robin Hood and Aristocat and some of those other ones from that time.
Yeah, don't
for
stand on the
sure.
fans.
Should have known.
But if you can make the foot soldier stand on him, it's pretty great.
Mr. Spock wants to know, Jason, if you skipped Song of the South.
It's not on Disney Plus, strangely enough.
How do you watch it?
It is
You gotta
on my
pirate it.
it's on my Plex, and I have yet to watch it. I don't know what special occasion I'm saving it for, but that special occasion has not come up yet.
You can watch it next time I'm over. I'll watch it.
I think it's like I think it's actually it's not a Blu-ray, but it is in like a high def like a film scan of the movie.
Oh God, Seth, did you hear about like the Fathom event for Buffalo with the Thing showings this last weekend?
I guess there's like two ways that they distribute those. Like the one where the thing was is they pretty much they send you like they broadcast a 1080i version of the movie, which is just shit.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
so you're paying all this money to watch them. But basically, the article I read, the guy said it's literally a DirecTV DVR. Like that's how they broadcast it to the theater. They literally recorded on a DVR. Like it's literally a DirecTV DVR, and then you're paying to watch that record 1080i recording projected onto like a 24-foot screen.
It's not Fathom who decides, it's whoever gets the movie at their theater. So you'd have to like call management of the theater to find out what they're doing.
Like, hi, I'm just curious, are you guys dipshits?
Did you guys keep out?
Yeah, I was really close to going to see The Thing, but the closest place it was playing was Appleton. If it wasn't a Sunday night, I probably would have gone.
The Milwaukee Film Festival had it one of the past 2 years.
Well, I know apparently there was like an original like making of documentary that was like airing after the movie too. So I was like, that's very cool, but that's all the more reason I'm not going because the showing was at like 9 o'clock on a Sunday night, and then there's like a 2-hour documentary like after the movie.
Oh.
And I'm like, it's like that's very cool, but I'm too Danny Glover for that shit.
It's like, is that for, like film students who can stay up that late or what?
I guess. I mean, I guess it's probably most of the people who are going to go to something like that, right?
Oh,
We are going to see. Hey, you'll love this stuff. We are going to see Fifth Element next weekend.
that movie sucked.
Please Gallic bumpy paths.
I have very much. Well, everyone's coming around to my opinion now just because Luc Besson is a scumbag.
Yeah, it's like one of Kimberly's favorite movies. I think it's still really fun, but I also like Moulin Rouge, which also has lots of obnoxious editing. It's the sci-fi Moulin Rouge, basically.
So bad. I mean, I did like Valerian. I was one of the few people to like parts of Valerian.
I loved
The acting was
yeah, the acting was so bad. It makes me because it could have been awesome because like the big market scene or whatever it's called, like that whole sequence is awesome. There's so many cool ideas in that movie. He just should have written the script.
like Herbie Hancock's in the movie, and he's kind of wasted. But
Yeah, it could have been very cool, but
you should see if your local library has the Valerian books. They're fun. They're very fun.
I should. Did you ever read Saga?
I have the
comic?
first 2 volumes, but I haven't read it yet.
It's really good. I mean, it's I was hesitant to get into it because it's like they went on like a multi-year hiatus after ending on like a big cliffhanger. But the guy who, I forget, is it Brian K. Vaughan? I don't remember it. It might have been him. I don't remember who does it. I think it's Brian K. Vaughan. But he basically said, like, don't worry, like, I know the entire story. I know how it's going to end. Trust me, I just need a break. So I was like, okay, I will trust you.
That's been going since like
Got him.
2008, right?
Yeah, it's been going for a long time. Apparently they said they're like, he took a break at what he considers to be what should be the halfway point. Because there's like 80 issues or something like that. He said there's going to be like another 80. Because apparently he has it all plotted out. He just needs to like execute on it. It's really good though. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. Oh shit! Is this it? Is this the end?
Fiery says we watched Valerian and the space one with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence, and the actors should have been switched for those movies.
I can see that.
Also, we are going to Dimension X.
Okay.
Teenage me will always be appreciative of Mia Jovovich in Fifth Element, though. That was a little bit of a coming-of-age movie.
40-year-old me will also be appreciative of Mia Jovovich in
I have no enemies on my, or I have no turtles on my screen.
Oh, okay. We'll relaunch the level.
But I think for me, which maybe explains a couple of things, because I'm a little older than you, Henry. I think mine was Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman in Batman Returns. Like that, sure. I was like 12 or 11 when that movie came out, or something like that, if that. And like that, in retrospect, that movie's so horny. Like, I think it really awakens something in young me.
I still don't see any turtles on my screen.
Again?
Oh, weird.
Oh, okay.
Have you checked your turtle filters?
No.
Have you tried unplugging your turtle and turning it back on again?
Okay, we're going to try loading the next episode and see if that works, and then we'll go back to episode 13.
Yes, Resident Evil for that also was good, but that came out when I was slightly older.
There we go. I can see everyone now.
Okay, well, let's hop back to...
No, Jason, you know what really sucks that I can't really talk about anymore? So I was the same age growing up as Natalie Portman, right?
Sure, yeah.
So the first movie I saw her in was Leon, the Professional.
Yeah, The Professional, sure.
And I had a crush on her because we were the same age. Yeah, really talk about that.
No, you sound like a fucking creeper.
Sound like Moby or something, you know? Like, yeah, I had a crush on Natalie Portman, but in The Professional. Like, no, it's the same age. Shut up.
It was like me with Winona Ryder and Beetlejuice.
Oh, no. Or Jennifer Connelly in Labyrinth.
Oh, no.
You know, it is funny, though, like, how, like, your perspective changes and some of that stuff. Because, like, for a while before COVID, they were actually, it was, like, the Fathom event stuff, but Rogers Theater here in town was, like, regularly showing old movies on the Ultra screen, and it was fun. I would go almost to all of them. And around Halloween one year, they showed Beetlejuice, and we went and I saw it for the first time in, like, you know, many years. And I remember, like, you know, as a dipshit, dipshit, mopey, like, tween teen or whatever. So I was like, yeah, Lydia, I totally get it, right? And like, I'm watching it as an adult, and I'm like, Lydia, shut the fuck up. Like, you're so whiny, and you're so entitled.
I felt the same way about Kevin McAllister in Home Alone as a kid versus watching him growing up. I'm a kid, I'm like, oh man, I feel this way too. Like, nobody listens to me, and man, it'd just be great if I could just get away from everyone. And now I'm just like, oh God, shut up, child.
Or a Cloak and Dagger, Chris. Nobody will listen to me when I tell them that there's a secret government operation going on.
Hey, I watched the movie as a kid. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I loved that movie when I was a kid.
Oh, I picked that for a bad movie night because Riff Tracks and Mystery Science Theater have never touched that film.
Robert Danby, right?
Dabney
It was
Coleman.
great.
You're thinking
Or
of
Dabney Coleman, that's what it is. Yeah,
Dabney
sorry.
Coleman and the very tight pants that he wears in the whole thing.
That movie's cool.
Don't give up. Better up.
Over the weekend for my birthday, I was like, I just want to watch like an old, like something, you know, I'm an old man now, so I want to watch like a classic, like a favorite as a child. So I was flipping through on HBO, and they actually have the original, what was it, 81 Clash of the Titans. I fucking love that movie, man. To me, that's like the classic, like quintessential, like kind of like, you know, sword and sandal adventure movie. And then they made the really shitty one with the guy from Avatar, and it sucked.
Yeah. Is he in the new Avatar? They bring him back.
Dude, I don't know. Rob, what else is he doing?
Nothing. Collecting royalty checks from the first Avatar.
Just avataring around.
I don't think it actually took James Cameron this long to make another Avatar movie. He just had to wait it out so that like people would come around on it, right? It's like kind of like how people like tried to like who were kids when the Star Wars prequels came out, tried to like redeem it. Because now it's like all those kids who like had their minds blown just from, like the visuals of Avatar when they were like 10 are now adults, and they're like, no, it was really good, you guys. I saw it in the theater, I saw it in 3D, and I was like, oh, that sure was a thing. And then never really thought about it again.
I saw it with you, and then Kim got her purse stolen.
Oh god, that's right. That's when that was. Oh fuck. And not worth it. I mean, it was cool. Like it was a cool like technical marvel. It was a cool technical marvel, but when I was done, I was like, well, I guess that was kind of neat. And then that was about the extent of it.
That's still probably the one movie that had the best 3D in it of any 3D movie I've seen.
Yeah, it's just, the movie itself was nothing special. And like, I'm not even a Cameron hater. Cameron's made some amazing movies. It's just, Avatar is not one of them.
All you're getting from him forever now.
I know. Where's my Abyss 4K, damn it? Hell, there's not even an Abyss Blu-ray.
That's in the alternate timeline where James Cameron got to make Spider-Man in the 90s, and then he got to make Alita in the 90s. How awesome that would be.
A 1990s Alita would be great.
I mean, I liked the Robert Rodriguez one though.
Yeah, I did too. I bought it like right when it came out on home video because when I saw it, I saw it in the theater. But I'm like, I want to vote with my dollars, basically. To show them that I would like more of this.
We're talking about making a sequel because it did better overseas.
Well, I know there was something about how there was somebody talking about how like I don't really give a shit about Mandalorian or Boba Fett or whatever, but then I heard that like because like Robert Rodriguez is involved with that kind of with specifically Boba Fett stuff. So it's like now we are all Boba Fett stans because we wanted to do well enough that Robert Rodriguez can get enough cred with Disney to get them the green light Alita sequel.
Mike asks, I'm planning on watching Life Force from 1985. Have any of you seen that one?
Yeah, there's boobs in the whole movie.
Hell yeah.
He's just taking the entire movie.
Oh my.
That movie was an awakening for a lot of kids as well. I still remember when they showed it on PBS. I'm like, how do you show that on TV? I think they just blurred her.
You extend a wig, like they did for what was that one?
Flash.
No, well, Chris, what was the one that we watched? The mermaid movie where they censored Daryl Hannah.
Splash.
It's called Flash.
Oh yeah. Oh sorry. I thought you said Flash, and I'm like, no, that's not it.
Guys, so we can only attack Chrome down after he does this this first person view. He like gets tired, and then we can beat him up. but otherwise he's invulnerable.
Robot, how does he get tired?
I don't know. You just don't burn your specials prior to that.
I'll tell you how to use your specials.
Probably gonna dip after this level.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think my enemies are going invisible again.
No. Boob Merkin? Yes, Boob Merkin.
That's like Boo Radley, Boo Murphy.
It might be easier to just let us
Yeah, we're all gonna
die.
die.
Not working the way I
Yeah.
Fling them at him. Fling them at him. Do the down and X. Down and X.
Down in B.
Or is it
Well,
up and
next
X?
time I need to
Down
update
and
my
X.
password at work, I'm gonna use Boob Merkin. But nobody will ever guess my password.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, there we go.
God damn.
Yeah, you're right. That's how to do it. Throw enemies
Yeah.
at the, and then he'll stop.
Was that Turtles in Time where you do that? At the
Yes.
I think so. It sounds
end?
vague.
He's supposed to be big now? Is that... Or is that a glitch? I don't know.
What? No, he's not any larger on my screen.
He was huge on my screen. It's so weird.
There we go.
Maybe your screen is dying.
We're all dying.
My fucking Xbox died last summer. I had it for like 3 months, and it just like one day it was dead.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they fixed it like under warranty, but it was still like kind of a bummer.
Got him.
Nope.
Dead? No, he's not dead yet. He
What?
lied.
He's got what,
Oh, you
one
lied
hit
about-
point left? Ah,
It's bullshit.
that is bullshit. There we go.
Hey, kick his ass. Alright, he's dead. Hey, bye-bye.
Looks like another victory for the forces of good.
Cool. Let's been real, kids, but I do think I gotta.
Yeah, I gotta get
shoot.
pretty.
I know we're close, but
We're close. We're not going to be able to do the whole thing, but we could get to the Shredder fight because that has the Wu-Tang song playing during the fight.
no.
I'm going to vote that we.
volume down anyways.
I'm going to vote that we skip 14 and go straight to 15 so we can do that and then call it good.
You wanna, okay. One more, that's it.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll give you one more.
Make the last.
Outworld Strangeoids.
Hey, it's Craig. And my turtles are invisible. That's
Mine too.
Okay.
son of a bitch.
Try this again.
Outworld Strangeoids.
Outhouse Stranger.
There's no time
Any
to
better?
explain. Let's go.
Nope.
Nope.
Everybody's invisible. I think this is a sign.
No, it's not. Not yet. We still got 7 minutes.
Arch enemies.
And now I see turtles.
Looks like Henry doesn't.
Yeah, no, I got it. Sorry.
Oh,
It
okay.
was, I got
Oh, we
just.
can go do that
Oh.
level now.
Well,
Outworld Strangeoids.
Right? Outworld Strangeoids. Don't deny us.
We've got
Ooh.
now I'm invisible.
Yeah, it's invisible again.
Hmm. I'm not licked
Doesn't
yet.
want to do that level.
Not licked yet.
Hectodrome Redux.
Okay, I see turtles.
There we
now.
go.
Okay, so there's that. It's like we got to keep like exiting and re-entering levels before it works correctly.
Tried
Yeah.
blowing on the cartridge.
Strangeoids.
Right?
And no turtles.
No
Okay.
turtles.
All right. All right.
No turtles.
All right. Then that is indeed the sign. We won't fight it any farther.
That's not
Alright.
fun.
Yeah,
That was very
man.
fun.
Yes.
Good game, good game, good game.
Good game indeed.
Select your hero.
We'll maybe somewhere
I
down
used
the
motion
road
Yeah, we can finish this off sometime. That could be fun.
we can do it
Oh
properly.
wow. Jason's character select is rapidly going through all the characters right now.
Oh god.
So busted. It's so busted.
Well, I ended the party, so it should. I mean, that kind of makes sense.
All right.
It
Well,
was
it's been
good,
real,
though.
fellas. It was fun. Everyone, have a good night, everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, of
Thanks,
course.
Henry.
Thanks,
Yeah,
thanks for joining
Bye.
us. Yep. See y'all later.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. And to those of
Good
you
night.
that are that have been watching on Twitch, Mr. Spock and Fiery Fangbanger and Zergaholic Monev, I think that's everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by, hanging out with us tonight as we go through Shredder's Revenge. So, yeah. So until next
Good night,
time,
everybody.
yeah. Till next time, folks. Stay hydrated, watch for deer, and get some rest. So take care.